Second. What is good, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages? Sinful Black Entertainment is proud to bring to you its YouTube Wrestling Champions of the World.
You damn right. And if you don't like that, we got 2 words for you.
Fuck off.
Yeah, fuck off.
I am the homie Big Sin. I got the homie Hollywood J-Blaq over there. What's up?
It's good. It's about half past 10 o'clock over here up in Orlando, Florida. NXT is turned up as usual.
Woo-hoo!
An excellent show on deck. I mean, I came in halfway through and was blown away. Big Sin's gonna run the point on the first 2 matches of the night. Definitely was very impressed. Was blown away tenfold here. I mean, I don't even know how to describe it.
So we're gonna get kicked off with the perfect 10 against. Go ahead and sing it. Go ahead and sing it, J-Blaq. You know you want to.
Glorious. I wanna be, oh so glorious.
Yes, glorious one, Bobby Roode. Now, unfortunately, the homie J-Blaq didn't get a chance to see this match, but I'm sure he'll catch up on it before our next show. These two opened the show and blew the doors off of Toronto, out of Toronto. Great performance by both Ty Dillinger and Bobby Roode, but I was surprised they actually showed Ty Dillinger's first run in WWE, where he had losses to Super Crazy and Ricky Ortiz. And if you want to know about Ricky Ortiz, Mr. Black can tell you about my hatred for that motherfucker.
Oh, boy. Yeah, we literally made Ricky Ortiz, and I think it was SmackDown versus Raw 2006, just to make sure we had somebody to beat the shit out of when we needed to as a stress reliever. We made sure that he did an interview just so we can kick the shit out that motherfucker on a daily, weekly basis.
That motherfucker was horrible.
Yes.
But then, and they even had the audacity to show the WWE.com, old school WWE.com picture of Ty Dillinger being fired by the WWE. And now, 5 years later, he is the perfect 10 of NXT. Now, these guys went to war. Ty Dillinger hasn't looked better, in my opinion. If they would have kept him with Jason Jordan, he'd probably be on the main roster by now. Because you remember when they were a tag team, don't you?
Yeah. They were that tag team. I forgot. Didn't Dillinger turn on Jordan at the time?
Yeah, he said Jason Jordan was holding him back.
Yeah.
But yeah, we see how that worked out.
Yeah.
But Bobby Roode picked up the win in an awesome match. I mean, it was back and forth the whole thing. Really great match. Now we're going to move on to the finals of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, which actually has a story from the previous match, because this all stemmed from Bobby Roode asking Ty Dillinger to be his tag team partner, him for Eric Young's team Sanity to feed on. All by his lonesome.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the good thing about, this is what I loved about the Dusty Classic last year, is that you kind of, you make, like, this puts you on the map. Authors of Pain, you already kind of figured that when they came in with Precious Paul Ellering, that these guys were it. They were going to be the it crew. They were going to be the fix for what was those guys.
Well, yeah, when they come in and they take out American Alpha on their very first night.
Yeah, exactly.
You obviously seen Triple H and William Regal are hiring these guys from the beginning.
Yeah. What with the Authors of Pain, they said they erased the whole Ascension thing, kind of, if you've noticed, that, the Ascension were supposed to be those Road Warrior replacements. No.
Yeah.
These Authors of Pain are a mix between the Road Warriors and the Powers of Pain. If you remember those guys, just brutality.
Just a lot bigger than both teams.
Yeah, just brutality and strength, just madness.
Now, in this tag team match, Precious Paul Ellering was in a very familiar spot in a cage 13 feet above the ring, because the last time TM61 and the Authors of Pain had a match, TM61 almost beat him, but because of Paul Ellering, they did not.
I remember that. And I was thinking to myself when I saw this, are they going to suspend Paul Ellering 30 feet high above in a cage again?
Yes, they did.
And that was exactly what they did.
And one of the big spots of the night, I want to say it was Razor, had the TM61 member who wears the orange shorts on his shoulders. It started climbing up the structure where Paul Ellering's crane was hanging from. The dude from TM61 kicked him down and proceeded to do a swanton bomb on both of the Authors of Pain outside the ring from the top of that scaffold.
Oh, Jesus.
He had a Jeff Hardy moment.
Gee, you know, it's funny. By the time we get halfway through our show, I'm going to be able to watch that.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, but it was an awesome match. The Authors of Pain come out victorious. That was probably the biggest spot of the match, besides the dude in the blue shorts on TM61 going Kurt Angle on the Authors of Pain and suplexing both the big motherfuckers all over the place. And Paul Ellering, of course, tried his devious shit, pulled a chain out of his pants, dropped it down, and the funny part was when the dude from the Authors of Pain went and swung, he kind of lost the chain and hit some little kid in the fans. So, yeah, that was kind of a downer.
Triple H is going to have to go give somebody a hug now.
But congratulations to the Authors of Pain for winning the Dusty Rhodes Classic. To me, they're the future tag team champions of NXT if they don't get called up anytime soon.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you look at them, it's like, man. I mean, there's going to be a minute before they get a shot because you're going to have a rematch, and we'll talk about that in a little bit.
That's actually next. The match of the night.
Yeah.
DIY, Thomas, the Sicilian Psycho Ciampa, Johnny Wrestling Gargano against the New Age Minnesota Wrecking Crew, the Revival, who, when they first started, I thought they were a joke. I'll be honest with you. But those motherfuckers are legit.
I actually like the Revival because they came out, they reminded me just like you was talking about, the Minnesota Wrecking Crew. I thought that was, they're finally bringing back legitimate tag team wrestling again. Like those wars that they had with American Alpha and the wars that they had with
Enzo and Cass.
The realest guys, and they're legit. Like they are a great tag team. And you know that
even now these wars with DIY.
Yeah. Well, the best thing about them is that they paid homage to the Hart Foundation in Canada by wearing the black and pink tights. That is
probably the one the heart attack.
Yep. That was like kudos. I got to clap that one right there because I got to thank the boys for doing that. And they rewarded both of us with one, and the millions of people watching with a hell of a match. I mean, if you missed that match, I mean, if there was any match that like you need to see from this pay-per-view, it was that match.
Yes,
like,
that match takes the cake. Now it was a two out of 3 falls match. Let's get into the falls. The first fall I thought was an awesome spot where Johnny Gargano was going for that mid-rope spear. Scott Dawson, Doug Dunham picked him up right into that whatever the hell they call it.
Yeah.
That chest breaker they do.
I watched that multiple replays of that damn thing. I was like, God damn.
Hey, Johnny Gargano could take a beating.
Oh yeah, well we've seen that.
And now the second fall of the night, after some great back and forth action, where I thought Gargano was actually going to get done, dude.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I'm saying? But being Johnny Gargano, he's Mr. Resilient. He is the man.
Yeah.
They hit that running knee super kick combo, which looked like it indented the back of Scott Dawson's head.
I mean, really, Gargano's the MVP of that tag team, man. Like that match, he was the MVP. Like he came through, especially taking all the beating that he took in the first fall, and then him and his boy was able to, Ciampa was able to pull it off in the second fall. that was amazing stuff, man. Good spots there too, and like edge of your seat moments too. Like when you grasp them, like fuck, is this shit gonna really happen? Like damn.
Yep. And now they're tied 1-1. We go to the third fall. Clean slate. And this third fall was almost like a whole entire match by itself.
Yeah.
Third fall.
Yeah. Dude, like I thought, like you know, because remember the last match they had the chop block. You know, they hit the dude with the
fucked up ass chop block.
Yeah, but the one dude's knee was already hurt, and then he chop blocked the other knee. I was like, "Fuck, they really trying to fuck this thing up."
And that's coming after Johnny Gargano tried his rolling kick and accidentally kicked the tag team title.
Yeah. I'm like, damn it, I mean, even fucked up, and then busted open Scott Dawson at the same time. I'm like, damn. Everybody got fucked up.
And how about that vicious European uppercut?
Oh man. Oh, we back now. We had a little bit of technical difficulties. I couldn't see it. There we go.
We're doing the mannequin challenge for a minute.
Huh?
No, I was asking. You know, Johnny Gargano caught that fucked up European uppercut German suplex combo.
Oh yeah, that was vicious, dude. I was like, damn.
But then Johnny Gargano was in Ciampa's finisher.
Yeah. Like,
and Scott Dawson ate a super kick from hell.
Yeah. That whole exchange was just vicious, bro.
He ate the super kick, and Gargano and Ciampa hit the Revival with their own finisher.
Yeah. Well, to me, it proves to me that that's why they're the best. They're the best tag team pairing, like going against each other. Like that's almost like when the Hardys and Edge and Christian used to go after each other. If anybody wants a comparison to how good of a chemistry those teams have, Hardys and Edge and Christian, hands down. It was vicious. I
wouldn't even go as far as to say if people followed Impact Wrestling or Ring of Honor, the matches between Generation Me and Chris Daniels and Kazarian.
Oh yes.
Because to me, a couple years ago, I thought those were the tag team feuds of the year, between those two teams.
Oh yeah, and just to tell you, like, I mean, big ups to all four wrestlers. They put on, like I said, the match of the night. I mean, and it's hard to top a two world title matches. You know, with the world women's title and the heavyweight title, NXT the heavyweight title. It's hard, but they did it, bro. They did it. Like I can't even like sit there. Like everybody was on the edge of their seat. You see, the crowd was just like, holy.
They were in amazement.
Yeah.
And I can't wait. Hopefully next year, both these teams will be up there on the main roster, and we get to see them week in and week out on TV.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm excited, man.
Especially Gargano and Ciampa.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, especially the way with the tag team wrestling going now, they have to. I mean, I definitely don't see it going any other way. You know?
Because I also suggest to anybody watching this that if you missed any of the Cruiserweight Classic, watch the match between Gargano and Ciampa.
Yeah.
Because that match tells you why they're such a good tag team.
Yes. Oh man,
Now we're gonna move on to the return of one of the greatest women in the world, the women's wrestlers in the world, the Donald Trump certified Mickie James.
Grab him by the pussy.
Because you got to remember, in her very first women's title reign at WrestleMania, she grabbed Trish Stratus by the pussy and beat her.
You damn right. That Donald Trump signature. Yeah. Certified, damn it. Bonafide.
Now against the undefeated women's champion, Asuka. And before the video, me and Jacob have talked about Asuka has been a fucking monster coming into this match.
Yeah. And I said it. We talked about this on the last wrestling show that we did. Well, not the last one, the one before that. Where we said that before we knew that Mickie James was going to come back, we said that Asuka, they put Asuka on so high of a pedestal, and she's dominated everyone. It's not like she's beating people. she's dominated people.
No, it's gotten as good for her that she even dominated Nia Jax.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So you gotta. It was one of those things that she plays the mind games with you, and it does this and does so. It's not just getting the ring. Her mannerisms and everything that she does in that ring is insane. I said it was gonna.
They give everybody. Hey, I don't know if you noticed, but did they give everybody who bought floor seats in the arena an Oscar mask?
I don't know. They might.
Did you notice that shit?
I think so.
Everybody on the floor seats had Oscar masks on.
It looks like it. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's gonna take somebody phenomenal to come in and beat, or at least put the work to Asuka and make her earn it. And Mickie James came in and put in that work.
Now let me put something in the reality for people. The last time we really saw Mickie James on any wrestling television, James Storm was pushing her in front of a train on Impact Wrestling. That's how they fired her from Impact Wrestling. They killed her, literally.
Like she didn't even exist. Like,
yeah, because you never heard about her again after that.
Yep. No, and it's crazy because she was literally she was the most dominant women's champion that TNA ever had. If you think about it, that's Awesome Kong.
Yep.
And so
Awesome Kong, Gail Kim, and Mickie James.
Yeah. And so you got to look at it like, I mean, Mickie James has a resume, and you can't play mind games with Mickie James. She's the queen of mind games. You see like that.
She grabbed Trish Stratus by the pussy at WrestleMania.
Yeah. You see when Asuka tried to play the mind games, didn't work. It wasn't happening.
And how about when she caught Asuka with that fucking Mickey kick?
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought it was over.
Yeah, it was. I was like, damn, this is actually gonna work. This is legit. Like, this might happen. But I had to realize that no, you got to make Asuka look good, and they did. I mean, it took her to go through hell to win that match.
Yeah, so, they finally made Asuka look human against a great opponent.
Yeah, yeah.
And a future Hall of Famer in Mickie James.
Yeah, but that's going to be the work. But see, it's a detriment. But see, it's back to that whole detriment now. Now you have, Asuka barely beat Mickie James. Let's put it wrong Front Street. The way they made it, Asuka barely beat Mickie James. She beat her, but it took a mistake that Mickie James made to do it. Mickie James is what? We're talking about a almost 15, 16-year veteran, right?
Yeah.
2001, he won rumor around there, right, man?
Around there, yeah.
Yeah, so who do you get now? That's even close to a Mickie James level. Like, you're gonna have to build up somebody real good in order to do that.
They really want to do something. Unfortunately, right now in the NXT Women's Division used to be really strong.
Yeah. Right
now it's kind of a downturn because you got what's her name? Liv Tyler. Is it Liv Tyler or what's the hell the name is?
Liv Taylor.
Some shit like that. You got that Ice Queen chick who's no good. What's her name? Ember Moon?
Ember Moon, but Asuka beat Ember Moon.
Did they have a match?
Yeah. At least that's what they showed it on the preview of Asuka, where they what you call them, pinned her 1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay, so
had to have a match somewhere.
You also got Tully Blanchard's daughter, who's just now coming into her own.
Yeah.
But that's it. The NXT Women's Division's on a downturn right now. And that's because Bayley, Nia Jax, fucking Charlotte, Sasha, Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss, Carmella, who are all top-notch talents, got pushed up to the main roster where they belong. They should have kept Dana Brooke on NXT.
Yeah, it's gonna take Asuka. I don't know. I'm back to where the issue.
If we want to talk about them bringing somebody in to face her, you have to look at the likes of a Gail Kim, Victoria.
Yes.
Trish Stratus says she has one more match left in her.
Yeah, could you imagine something like that in the NXT the weekend of WrestleMania? That'd be insane.
Do you know how much of a crowd that would draw?
Well, they probably do it in the same place they're doing it out here at Amway. You think about it.
It would be fucking nuts, Trish Stratus versus Asuka.
Yeah, they can do it at Amway right before, because Amway's right next to the Orange Bowl.
But in my opinion, I do believe that they should go long term with Mickie James Asuka.
They can.
You know what I'm saying? Have a couple more matches between the two at TakeOver. But do storyline, mind games with each other since they're both good at it.
Yeah.
And let it play out and see where it goes. I think that would work.
That might work.
While some of these girls get, better developed and start making names for themselves.
Yeah. I believe it. I mean, it's just going to take something else. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Now we're going to go to probably the hardest hitting match of the night. Oh, wait. Asuka did keep the title. She locked on the Asuka lock, and Mickie James fought it. For a good 3 minutes, she tried to fight it off, but it was inevitable.
Yeah. Everything almost had it. At some point, you just going to tap. That's it. You got to tap. I mean, the women's match was a hard-hitting match in itself, too. I don't think I've ever seen a match like that, like a women's match, brutal. I mean,
well, if you think about it, the last Asuka Bayley match was like that.
Yeah,
but she damn near knocked Bayley out.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You can't do that with Mickie James. Though. Mickie James, she's something else.
No, she's a fighter.
Yeah.
Which is why I think if they were to bring a Gail Kim in, I think that would raise Asuka up another notch.
Yeah. But then
Gail Kim's a monster too when she actually is allowed to wrestle her style.
Yeah, that's what I said. I think that's when I gotta worry. Like, I don't know who's gonna do it now. After that,
I guess we gotta trust Triple H and William Regal.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna talk about the main event, and this match tore it out in the house. Also, I'm telling you, it was a 10-star event from start to finish.
Yeah.
You don't get no better than NXT Takeover, and I feel bad for Survivor Series because if they have one failure, they're going to lose the crowd. Yeah.
Yeah, they set the bar so damn high already. Like, I don't know. But yeah, especially now we're going to talk about like heavyweight title match?
Yes, the heavyweight title match. The former champion Samoa Joe, who has torn through the NXT roster to get this match with Nakamura after putting Nakamura in the hospital.
Yeah.
I mean, he beat the shit out of main roster people. He beat the shit out of no-name people. He beat the shit out of security. He beat the shit out of...
You know what I was really hoping, though? This is what I was hoping. And, well, actually, no. We'll talk about it afterwards. But like you talking about, this was the...
So now we're going to go into Nakamura. That last episode of NXT when he came out in the neck brace.
Yeah.
And he was staring at Samoa Joe. He took that neck brace off. He seen something different up in Nakamura's eyes.
Yeah.
That wasn't the fun-loving Nakamura that we've had since he's joined NXT.
Oh yeah.
Remember when they forced him back out to the ramp, he did the Shinsaska on a security guard. Nakamura was not playing, and he was not playing in this match either. But I think 90% of this match was dominated by Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
It was a clinic.
Yeah, it was a beatdown. I mean, so vicious. Like, but they did that in Japan, and this was the only place that that they were going to be able to get away with doing this.
If they want to see it on a main stage, NXT is the place to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
We're gonna go. I mean, the only thing you say about this match is both guys went through fucking hell, and it was vicious.
Yeah, I mean, to the point where, Samoa Joe won, but it looked like he lost. You see, after he hit that muscle buster and came out, his face was purple.
Yeah, if you notice, he didn't stand up immediately after the match.
Yeah,
he was laying there while his eye was leaking blood.
Yeah, I mean, all those spots in that match. I mean, Samoa Joe kicked out of Sasuke,
and then took the Shinsaske to the back of the head.
Yeah,
which I think is what did the main damage to him. Which is I'm surprised how he finished the match.
Yeah,
after taking that shit. But then he not only did he finish the match, he did the suplex combo that the WWE said they were going to ban.
Yeah, well, you know.
German suplex, tiger suplex, fucking straight jacket suplex combo.
Yeah.
And how Nakamura kicked out of that, I have no fucking idea.
Hey, well, what you call him having that Clipper crossface for a minute, too. I was like,
yeah, that's another one. He went from the power bomb to the camel clutch to the STF into the crippler crossface.
Samoan submission machine. He earned that name.
Yeah, the Samoan submission machine. Samoa Joe, if he were to never, ever be in NXT and WWE, I think the WWE would have had to put him in the Hall of Fame one day.
Well, that's why I said that. So now back to what I was thinking now. Like, I was legitimately shocked that they had Samoa Joe win. Only because I thought that, like, see, here's the thing. So, remember, we're back at a point where in SmackDown, like, Dean Ambrose is basically on his last rematch.
With AJ Styles, yeah.
And then we're supposed to have a one-off with John Cena, which isn't going to lead really anywhere. Because John Cena is going to go back to film another movie when he's done filming this movie. I really legitimately thought that Samoa Joe was going to lose, and then we were going to end up seeing him tomorrow on Survivor Series. End up costing like AJ Styles the match, and then starting a program with them and interjecting himself in that. Because I don't see it going like with now, but see at the same time, we got another takeover coming up in January.
Right before the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. So I mean, I can definitely see that this is going to be the last match between Samoa Joe and Nakamura. You know, the NXT crowd loves it. I mean, they love those two. They love when those two fight each other.
Well, you see, last year the takeover right before the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Was Sami Zayn's last match in NXT.
Yeah.
And he fought Nakamura.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is this Samoa Joe's current title run, this one right now, I don't think Nakamura's neck is completely healed.
Yeah.
And you've seen signs of that when he took that first judo throw by Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
He went right back to the neck.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the Muscle Buster, you know how wrestlers have talked about how that move affects them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think they're going to give Nakamura a few weeks to heal and get right.
Yeah.
Takeover right before the Royal Rumble. I think Nakamura gets his title back.
Yeah.
Samoa Joe is a surprise entrance in the Royal Rumble.
I would hope so. I hope so, because I would like to see what Samoa Joe can do against the main roster guys. Hell, let Samoa Joe win it and challenge AJ Styles for the title at WrestleMania.
You just took the words right out of my mouth.
Let him do that. Like
the final four in the Royal Rumble being Roman Reigns, Rusev, Dean Ambrose, and Samoa Joe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Samoa Joe winning that shit on his first night there.
Yeah.
Setting up AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
That's a dream WrestleMania match, even though we both watched them fight each other 1,000 times.
Yeah, but we never seen them do it in a WrestleMania ring, and you know how crazy that crowd will be when that happens.
Yes.
Dixie Carter's going to be pissed off.
So now I give the NXT Takeover a 10 out of 10.
Yes. Perfect 10. Ty Dillinger style. Perfect.
Gotta go like this, buddy. And I'm not a Ty Dillinger fan, but he is earning my respect.
Yeah. Yeah, especially after learning the story. And a lot of people, if you're a wrestling head, you know the story. But to see it broadcast and actually, and kudos to Triple H and the NXT team. It's one of those things that if you want to get familiar with a person so you can understand them, they finally did it with Ty Dillinger. It made you understand them.
Yeah, he actually hit the lowest point of NXT you could hit. He was almost cut from the NXT roster.
Yeah. 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 It's a hell of a story to tell. The only thing, I wish they would have did it with a win. But
he was fighting Bobby Roode. Did you really expect him to beat Bobby Roode in Toronto?
No.
I mean, yes, they're both Canadian, but Ty Dillinger grew up 40 miles away. All right, so NXT Takeover was awesome. The main roster cats, they have a lot of work to do to match the bar that NXT just set for them.
Oh, yeah. And now we're going to roll with that. Let's go on to Raw.
All right, so Monday Night Raw started off with Steph and Mick dropping bombs on people.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah.
I love the interactions between Stephanie McMahon and Mick Foley right now. They really do play off each other well.
Yes, they do.
So we start off the night with every single participant of the Survivor Series Raw staff on the ramp, where they made some interesting matches that happened throughout the night. The first interesting match was because they wanted to inspire teamwork throughout their team.
Yes,
so you had
teamwork makes the dream work, Phil. That's right. Teamwork makes
this dream work actually worked out somehow. You had the Universal Champion Kevin Owens teaming up with Roman Reigns to take on the other odd couple, Cesaro and Sheamus.
Yes. Cesaro and Sheamus continue to be an impressive-looking team that still doesn't get along. Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens, I mean, you got to think, both these cats, just two ass-kicking machines. Well, all four of these guys were ass-kicking machines. It was going to be beautiful from the jump. I mean, that's something that, like, could we have seen that in the Dusty Classic? You know, those four guys just throw themselves in the Dusty Classic tournament for the hell of it and then just eliminate each other.
Just to see what happens?
Yeah, just fuck it.
You would have had Sheamus and Cesaro against the Authors of Pain.
Oh, God. I would have felt bad for the Authors of Pain. No?
Look in. But this match was fantastic. Brutal, hard-hitting, and Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens got along.
Yeah.
Fighting the shit out of everybody.
Yeah. Surprising, too. I was like, wow. Okay. Like, just imagine if they were actually had to be a tag team for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they'd be like the odd couple. They'd be the Triple H Steve Austin of the fucking.
Exactly. They need to bring that shit back one more time. Fuck it. Do it.
Could you imagine Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens as the tag team champions?
just continually
hitting Superman punch into a pop-up powerbomb.
Oh, God. Superman punch, motherfucker spin around.
Yeah, exactly. So moving on to what I thought was the funniest segment on Monday Night Raw, the backstage segment with Braun Strowman, Seth Rollins, and Chris Jericho.
Yeah, I was like...
Braun Strowman showed some personality. I hate scars.
I have high hopes for Braun Strowman now. Like,
he's really starting to impress me.
Yeah. I mean, from doing pop-ups, kick-ups at house shows to showing some personality, Braun Strowman just might be the MVP come next year. You don't really hear me say that about Vince McMahon type guys, the big group guys. You don't ever hear me say that.
You got to remember, everybody was crying and bitching because they thought they were going to see Brock Lesnar, Braun Strowman at WrestleMania. Right now, I think it would be interesting.
Yeah, it would. Just imagine.
Braun Strowman, he is showing. He motherfucker chased down a cruiserweight.
Yeah. Yeah, you think about that. And that actually, now, like, the prospect of it last year was like, no, God, please, no, God, no. Now, it's okay.
Like, do you really want to step in the ring with this man?
Yeah, like, I mean, I don't.
Maybe that's what Sami Zayn did. Maybe Sami Zayn was like, you know what? I'm good.
That drama
I changed my mind.
So speaking of which, so then we had that the Sami Zayn warm-up tune-up match.
The Bo Dallas?
Yeah, which was it was a Sami Zayn showcase to get him ready for this get him ready for this this weekend.
His match with Dolph Ziggler.
Well, that's the thing though. So
we'll talk about that on SmackDown.
But he was like, I don't care if I get this get Dolph Ziggler. He said he looks like a poison cover band.
Yeah, Sami Zayn talking shit.
I know, right? I'm like, Sami Zayn going heel? What's going on, Sami? Are you mad, Sam? Why you mad?
Hey, but that's how Sami Zayn's been since NXT.
Yeah. Hey.
He'll fight you no matter who you are.
Yeah. Got nothing but love for him, bro, right? That's all I can say. Got nothing but love for Sami Zayn.
You know, and I will say Bo Dallas has actually been impressive since this new character change.
Yeah.
He's been uber aggressive, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to last long.
No.
Because I have a feeling he's going to run into Braun Strowman eventually. And then Bo Dallas's push will be gone.
I still think he needs to join his brother and be part of the Wyatt family. I think that'll be real good for him.
I told you, that's my dream scenario for a tag team. Bo Dallas is the light and Bray Wyatt is the darkness.
Yeah.
Come together. Remember, I talked about that a couple years ago.
Yeah, we did. Yes, we did.
Now we have Brian Kendrick trying to get the respect of the cruiserweights, which they don't have for him at all.
Exactly. I saw that. I'm like, what are you doing? Why?
And I cracked up that he called Sin Cara a traitor. And I do think they need to check and see how much Sin Cara weighs, because he looks pretty big to be 205.
It's lean muscle, Phil. Lean muscle.
You forget he powerbombed Connor with one arm a couple weeks ago? Oh yeah, we're not supposed to tell the WWE audience that is Hunico. You know, they gave no fucks when he got the tattoo that Sin Cara don't have.
Yeah, exactly.
He wrestled on NXT for a year with the tattoo, so you know, kind of gave away who the fuck was under the mask.
So if you think about it, that means that Sin Cara Negro actually won that feud.
Yeah. Because the other Sin Cara is in New Japan wrestling as Sin Cara. I don't know. All I know is the other Sin Cara was very injury prone. Hunico, on the other hand, is not.
Exactly.
Remember, the other Sin Cara broke his leg trying to do a fucking dive over the top rope.
Yes.
Remember Kofi Kingston looked at him like, what the fuck are you doing?
Remember he broke his pinky and Alberto Del Rio beat the shit out of him in the ring?
Yeah. Now we're going to move to the other odd pairing. Speaking of Rollins, Jericho, and Braun Strowman against the New Day. This was two trains clashing.
Yeah, that was a good match.
And that came to a head when Big E got ahead of steam and tried to run over Braun Strowman and failed.
Yeah. It just wasn't going to work.
I'm really surprised at the continuity that these guys are showing with Seth Rollins, Jericho, and Strowman.
Yeah. And you got to think that opposed to the SmackDown roster, which was still fighting each other as of up until this past show, which we'll get to in a minute. But them folks are trying to kill each other. And then we have the end of the match. Braun Strowman killed everyone at some point.
Yeah, Braun Strowman decided to say, fuck it.
Yeah. Just for myself, fuck it.
And that's how I think Survivor Series is going to go. Braun Strowman's going to say, fuck it.
Yeah. If Braun Strowman gets ahead of steam, I'm afraid for everybody that's on the SmackDown roster.
I think the only person who might get to him is Bray Wyatt.
Yeah. Unless you see a surprise out of nowhere RKO. And then everybody hits their finisher on Braun Strowman. That'd be like literally the only way that happens. I think Braun Strowman still kicks out of it.
Now, the next segment was Steph and Mick again with Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman did his best to try and sell the SmackDown team.
Yeah.
They look really, really, really good. Raw's team has Braun Strowman.
Yeah, exactly.
and Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens.
We have an army. We have a Strowman.
Yeah, no shit. That's how it's looking. Now, as we move on with the odd pairings, we had, what was it? Oh yeah, Sasha and Charlotte as a tag team.
Yeah.
That was kind of odd to me. I hate odd pairings like that, especially when you know that they still don't like each other.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I'm just going to skip through that debacle. And we had D. Brian Kendrick face Kalisto's old tag team partner in Sin Cara. And like I said, I think Sin Cara is weighing in about 250 these days. But D. Brian Kendrick exposed Sin Cara's injury proneness and picked up the win.
Kilograms, sir, kilograms. That's all. No worries. That's all.
Oh, that what it is?
It says 205. It didn't have to be pounds.
Oh, okay. People forget muscle weighs more than fat. Oh. Now we got to get to the ultimate oddball pairing of the night. Are you ready for this one?
Yes, I'm ready.
Enzo and Cass teaming up with Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson.
Yeah, which I still never understood. I looked at that like...
To take on the Golden Truth and your favorite tag team, Primo and Epico. All is right in the world because the Golden Truth and Primo and Epico got their asses kicked.
Yeah.
And until the end of the match, the club and the New Yorkers got along until the end of the match.
Well, of course. Well, you knew that was going to happen. I mean, I was just like, I was waiting for it. I didn't think it was going to last that long as it did. I thought they were halfway through the match. Somehow they're going to kick each other's ass, and Primo and Epico were going to get a win, which would have pissed me off even further. But whatever.
Well, you want to know what kind of ruined the night for me?
What?
I mean, Raw was a good show, but at the beginning of the show, Primo and Epico were up on the stage with all the other awesome superstars. And Stephanie McMahon said, "You guys are the best of the best."
Oh God.
No, Stephanie. So now let's move on to what I texted you and said looked like the most extreme game of Red Rover of all time. Bill Goldberg and Brock Lesnar face to face.
Yeah. Bill Goldberg, I was surprised he looked as good as he did.
He's yoked, man.
Yeah. He's still in shape. Remember the one thing I said last week? I said, is he still in shape? Like, how long has he been preparing for this match? Has he been preparing for his 6-7 months now? A year, maybe? I mean, he got a year to prepare for his match. I mean, shit.
But he told Paul Heyman, "You say something about my son, my family again, I will rip your head off and shove it up Brock Lesnar's ass." Paul Heyman proceeded to say that Goldberg's son is going to call Brock Lesnar his dad after Survivor Series.
And then Goldberg
was the security team paid for it.
Officer there.
Then the security team died.
Yeah.
And when it was 4 security guards on Goldberg, the security guard said, "Fuck this, we're all leaving."
Yeah. You want some of this too, old man? No.
Nope. Brock, you're on your own, buddy.
Yeah.
I really hope this match is better than the one for WrestleMania 20. I really do.
Oh, I think it's going to be, I told you, I think it's going to be a Brock Lesnar ass kicking. Bill Goldberg's going to come back and win it. Brock Lesnar's going to come back and do something. But I think somebody's going to interfere in this match. I don't see this match ending cleanly. Like,
and I told you, my thing is, because they're setting up Lesnar, Shane McMahon, I think it'll be Shane McMahon who cost Brock Lesnar this match.
It may be. It may be.
Now we're going to move on to the final segment of the night. We had Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan in the ring with Stephanie and Mick Foley. They're going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Then Stephanie decides to call out Team Raw. But Stephanie and Daniel decided to call out Team SmackDown.
Of course.
And now I give all the credit in the world to Shane McMahon because he went at Braun Strowman the best he could.
Yeah. He did better than anybody else has done in the past 6 months, oddly enough.
and because it's Shane McMahon. Now, if we look at this, SmackDown looked like they had the upper hand until Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns said, oh, wait a minute, we're getting along right now. And then Seth Rollins said, hey, wait a minute, we used to be the Shield. And they proceeded to super powerbomb AJ Styles over the top rope on the rest of the SmackDown team.
Yes. I was like, oh my God. Oh.
So overall, Raw was a really good show.
Yeah, Raw was good. I felt really bad for SmackDown at that point. When I saw the end of how that match went, I'm like, ugh, this doesn't look good at all.
But the only person you can blame for that is Dean Ambrose. Because everything was going okay. Chris Jericho was looking at, what the hell is the dude with no chin's name? Dean Ambrose's little friend. What's his name?
Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah.
What did he say? What the hell are you? He said Chris Jericho had the soundbite of the night when he goes, security, we have a lost child up here. But if you notice, James Ellsworth went nowhere near Braun Strowman because James Ellsworth got killed by Braun Strowman about 3 months ago.
Yeah, exactly. He knows better.
No.
You want somebody to see? Nope. Nah.
All right, so now I'm going to let Mr. Black over here lead us into SmackDown.
Oh, SmackDown. After the events of Raw, you knew that SmackDown needed some kind of encouragement, some kind of camaraderie, some kind of togetherness. And you felt the spirit of it because they played highlights of SmackDown. You knew that Edge was going to be there. You knew that The Undertaker was going to be there. And they didn't disappoint. Now, I will tell you that I was really, as good as it was, as good as SmackDown was, I wasn't impressed by the ending. And we'll go into that in a little bit. But I was really, let's start out with the match, the Ziggler-Miz match. Let's start there. I kind of had a feeling they weren't going to go with a face versus face match for Survivor Series.
Yeah, but Sami Zayn was talking shit, man.
But Sami Zayn don't care. He's a veteran. But people love Sami Zayn. So we knew that if it was going to be Sami Zayn versus Ziggler, it would have been just like Rock Hogan cheers. You know what I'm saying? They would have just been back and forth. We want Ziggler, Sami Zayn. We want Ziggler, Sami Zayn. And they probably
would have been a fantastic match.
Yes, but can you imagine a match with Miz and Sami Zayn, even if it's a throwaway, because you know that Sami Zayn just seems to be out of place on Raw.
Well, I consider Sami Zayn the modern day Jerry Lynn.
Yeah.
I get paid to make you look good.
Yeah. I think Sami Zayn needs to be on SmackDown. I think Sami Zayn as the IC champion, or US champion, I'm sorry. No, IC champion.
IC title.
It's late. I'm sorry. An IC champion here on SmackDown would be very, very good for not only SmackDown, but for him as well. That would be amazing. I think what he should do is win the title and then tell them to go fuck themselves. He's going to SmackDown.
Well, we talked about this in the last episode. I would love to see Sami Zayn, AJ Styles.
Yeah. And I think that I wouldn't be mad if Sami Zayn beat Miz after Miz just won the title and lost the title 3 weeks ago, right? And so
Yeah, he dropped the title, then won the title within a 3-week period.
Yeah, so I'm like, shit, drop it to Sami Zayn. Let Sami Zayn carry the torch for a little bit. I think he'll be really good as the IC champion for a while. What do you think? Well, with the match itself, though, the Miz. Well, let's talk about the match itself. The match itself was real good. It was a typical Miz Ziggler match.
And the Miz pulled out stuff he's never pulled out before.
Exactly.
Challenged Daniel Bryan and did the Daniel Bryan flying knee.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think they ruin matches with the Spirit Squad with the outside interference. That really irritates me, especially when it's an awesome match.
Yeah, exactly. It leaves you a bit salty, especially on national.
You don't need that in that type of match. Let it have a clean victory.
You don't. You don't need it, and it's like. But I understand where. But see, it makes me understand better because, like, if it happens, and Sami Zayn wins, I think you'll get a good thing. Then you'll see Sami Zayn Dolph Ziggler matches. Or hell, you can see Dolph Ziggler cost The Miz the match and have Sami Zayn do it and see that feud continue for a while. Think about that. You know, I mean, I think The Miz and Dolph Ziggler, that's some wonderful feuding right there, bro. Like,
you see, how much arm work has Marie's done to be able to push 450 pounds of man over with one arm?
Strength.
She could lay out Braun Strowman.
Strength, okay?
And now we're going to move on to the return of King Booker. Talking to the SmackDown tag teams.
Oh, yes. King Booker. I was so happy about that.
And that's another way to go to show you that R-Truth is not Booker T.
Exactly. But exactly tells you, like, you're excited to see King Booker back, you know what I'm saying? And then, like, you're not excited. Like, and it's not like R-Truth isn't good. That's not even remotely what it is. It's just that, I mean, fuck, it's Booker T. I mean, what else can you say? Like, fuck, it's Booker T.
So what do you think of this stupid Breezango fashion police crap?
Oh God, Breezango. I'm so mad about how they've done Tyler Breeze. So like the Breezango thing is just one of those things that pisses me off even when I talk about it. It doesn't piss me off as bad as Primo and Epico, but it's up there. It's up there. But I'm like, they've done Tyler Breeze could have been an Intercontinental Championship, you know, an Intercontinental Champion, U.S. title. Hell, are we sure that he doesn't weigh 205? Can we make him a Cruiserweight champion? I mean, something? Fuck. I mean,
he might. He might.
I mean, but anything but sticking this motherfucker with Fandango.
Because why they didn't continue the feud with him and Dolph Ziggler, I don't know.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, they fucked that up. They fucked that up so bad. They dropped the ball. But you know what it is, though? Vince McMahon didn't like Tyler Breeze. Well, he didn't get it. You know what I'm saying? Apparently, that's what the whole thing was.
Well, Vince McMahon don't need to get it. He's 80 years old. Who gives a shit?
He didn't get it, which is, like, stupid. I get it. I get Tyler Breeze. Fuck. Yeah. But he fucked that up. That pissed me off.
He was a heel on NXT for 3 years, and the fans still loved him.
Yeah. Like, he can go back to NXT now and be like a god. You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy. Maybe that's what needs to happen. Maybe he needs to go back to NXT, become a god, beat Samoa Joe.
So what did you think of the Usos breaking character and laughing during the King Booker stuff and giving Heath Slater a high five after that match?
Oh, that shit was funny as hell. That shit was funny as hell, dude.
We got the old Usos back again for a week?
Well, that was crazy though, seeing the Usos. Like when I watched that tag team match, right? Because they had the big 5-on-5. And they were a polished machine. You think about that.
The SmackDown tag teams were really good together.
Like, I mean, because see, this is the thing. I measure the tag team by the highest tier. You know what I'm saying? I measure them by who's your champs, okay? and then work your way down. The SmackDown tag team from the top to the bottom looks better because if you've noticed, they've made the SmackDown tag team look better. Those teams that they went against are teams that each of those teams have beaten. Those other teams haven't taken an L. Like the SmackDown team hasn't taken an L.
Okay, if you look at the SmackDown team, you got Beauty and the Man Beast.
Yeah.
You got the American Alphas. You got the Hype Bros.
Yeah.
You got the Usos. The weakest link on that team is Breezango.
Yeah. 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 I mean, that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying, even the build-up to making these teams look great has been good. They've done that on SmackDown. The New Day lost, what, twice, 3 times in a row?
They lost their last 3 matches.
Yeah, really? You build up your tag team division by making your tag team champions lose 2 matches in a row to the people on their team? No, hell fucking no.
And I think SmackDown did it right by not having Heath Slater and Rhino in that match.
True.
Because it shows that they are the captains and they got their team working as a team.
Yeah.
You actually had the American Alpha and the Usos on the same page.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's scary. I wonder how long this is going to last.
Until probably after the match, and then American Alpha is going to try and kill the Usos for injuring Chad Gable.
Exactly. Hey, speaking of which, I just realized something. Because, the replay of that NXT.
Yeah.
The Authors of Pain look like 2 creative players that me and you would have created.
Yeah, they look like Buffalo Bill and
Moose.
Moose.
If they were wearing the same outfits, that's exactly what they would look like.
Yeah, exactly. Remember we were in that storyline when they were brothers?
Yeah.
And Buffalo Bill changed up in the shit Moose was wearing.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
Authors of Pain.
I'm like, we created the Authors of Pain before the Authors of Pain were created. See, that tells you something.
It ain't the first time.
We want our check. You send it in the mail. Give us the check.
Pay me now. All right, so what you got next on the SmackDown list?
Let me see. Hold on. Let me go to my notes. I made notes. Sir. Hold on.
Notes.
Yeah.
Notes.
Yeah, notes, sir. Hold on.
Motherfucker, this ain't a goddamn test.
Hey, you know what? You're right. You're right, but that's not the point. Okay.
And we got to get down on NBA 2K16 while it's free on the Xbox.
Yeah, I actually downloaded it. I created my guy. He sucks, but yeah, it's cool. I mean, he's a point guard. He's cool. He's all right. Hold on. I'm getting in my notes. Hold on.
Okay. No problem.
I have notes.
I'm pissed off at the WWE right now.
Oh, let's talk about this. Let's talk about So we had the women. Let's talk about the women because I want to make sure I have this right. So Nikki Bella and Carmella have a match.
Mm-hmm.
Carmella and Nikki Bella beating the crap out of each other.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow, some way, the Raw women got involved.
Yeah, they jumped the barricade.
Jumped the barricade, yeah. I remember that part. Carmella comes in, looks at what's going on, decides, I'm just going to beat the shit out of Nikki Bella with you guys.
But then the SmackDown announce team said that she was helping Nikki Bella.
Yeah, helping. How?
Well, she started helping when the rest of Team SmackDown came out.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I would be like, let's talk about insubordination for a second. Today's word of the day is insubordination.
You know what Nikki Bella and Carmella need to do?
What?
Focus their dislike of Natalya on Team Raw. Because Natalya in her rape whistle.
Yeah. No, not working.
No, it ain't.
It's no. So I'm thinking to myself, why wasn't Carmella kicked off of Team SmackDown?
Because they have no replacements for her. Eva Marie is still suspended, thank God. Well, she would probably be the women's champion.
Okay, all right. So all right, yeah, that's cool then. That's cool.
As long as Eva Marie's off TV, and actually, let me rephrase that. She could be on TV, just not trying to wrestle. So she's great to look at, unless she's trying to wrestle.
That's true. Yeah.
She's like an old Bella twin before they
Yeah.
actually learned how to wrestle. Real nice to look at, but get the fuck out of the ring.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm just like
during Brie Bella's first title run.
huh? Yeah.
I said like during Brie Bella's first title run.
Oh God. Why?
Where she beat Gail Kim.
Why would you bring that up? Why? You're fired.
Because I was talking about Eva Marie, that's why.
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
He's like, give me, I don't want to talk no more.
Nope, don't want to talk about it. Nope.
Okay, so what do we got next?
All right, so when we talked about the tag team match, Breezango.
Remember, it's only 2 hours, so I think we are on the cutting edge now.
Yeah, that's basically it. And so Undertaker delivers a hell of a speech. We have, seeing the Undertaker come back at any point in time is pretty good. AJ Styles going full heel mode and belittling Edge, like Edge didn't even put it work.
Well, let's get the timeline right here, okay? We have on this day, I see clearly. Edge with one of the greatest entrances in wrestling history.
Oh, of course, always
coming out, and Edge kind of deserved the belittling from AJ Styles because Edge talked about somebody who was brave, who came into this ring out of nowhere, and he went and shaked the chinless man's hand. So Edge kind of deserved to get belittled by AJ Styles.
That's not the point, Phil. Okay, it's not the point. Team camaraderie. Okay.
Hey, if Stone Cold Steve Austin was around, he would have gave James Ellsworth the nickname that he gave Christian once upon a time, a CLB, a creepy little bastard.
Creepy little bastard. Oh, okay. So then we have them two going back and forth with each other, and then the Undertaker comes out in all of his grand and glory and gives one hell of a speech.
Now, the Undertaker, did he just announce that he's going to go on one more run?
I don't know.
That's what it sounded like to me.
I mean, he said he just mentioned he said that he doesn't have. He knows that WrestleMania doesn't define him anymore.
No, and he said that his legacy is going to be digging holes.
Yeah.
So is he going to become Shane McMahon's hitman?
Oh God, I don't know.
If somebody pissed off Shane and Daniel, they have to fight the Undertaker.
But it makes you sad if you call him the man with no fear. Shane McMahon, I'm like, damn, he gave Rush props. He took his hat to Shane McMahon.
No, I honestly thought the Undertaker was going to inject himself onto the team with the way he was talking.
I thought he was going to choke slam Ellsworth and say, I'm the newest member of Team SmackDown. That would have been tight.
Shane, you don't got to do this. I got this. But you got to think in perspective. The Undertaker, if you think in history, whenever they did a draft, the Undertaker was always on SmackDown. He was never drafted to Raw.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's his home.
If I was hearing him correctly, I think that means the Undertaker might give it one more run.
Which would put some heavy star power. And I also really thought that the Undertaker probably should have came, should have put himself on the team. I really think that he should have. But it's okay. It's okay. I mean, because those appearances you got to save, for the Taker. You got to save him. Undertaker, like I said, motivational speech. I was motivated. I wanted to stand up for Team SmackDown and kick some ass. Fuck shit.
Could you imagine? Team SmackDown loses this match to Raw, And for the next 5 SmackDowns, you have The Undertaker versus each member of Team SmackDown.
Shit, I think The Undertaker, if they lose, he's just going to come out in the next SmackDown and just take out everybody all at once. Put them all in caskets.
Can you imagine The Undertaker versus AJ Styles at WrestleMania?
Oh, God.
At the Royal Rumble.
Oh, God. That would be awesome.
But you know what this could set up, though, with The Undertaker showing up?
Yeah.
It could start setting up for what they're talking about for WrestleMania, Undertaker, Kevin Owens.
Which would be nice. You see,
what if AJ Styles and Kevin Owens are the last 2 in the Survivor Series match? Then you hear dong, lights go out, lights come back on, and Kevin Owens is laying in the middle of the ring.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then AJ Styles gets the 1, 2, 3, lights go out again, lights come back up, and the Undertaker standing over Kevin Owens.
Oh Lord. That would be great if that happened.
Wouldn't that put a nice big ending on Survivor Series?
If Undertaker helped SmackDown win by taking out Kevin Owens, that would be epic. Yeah.
And it would be a great setup for WrestleMania.
Oh hell yes! And it was a perfect setup. Perfect setup. I mean, imagine look at all those storylines because you have Seth Rollins trying to find Triple H, you have Kevin Owens trying to find the Undertaker,
and Kevin Owens trying to find the Undertaker the Kevin Owens way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that would be the greatest rivalry since John Cena and the Undertaker.
Yeah.
When John Cena was freestyling in the middle of a graveyard.
Yeah.
The good old days.
When Paul Heyman ran SmackDown and the promos were awesome.
Yep.
SmackDown 6. Oh, the good old
so
time.
Now we talked about NXT Takeover Toronto. Fantastic show. Raised the bar. Yeah. Monday Night Raw was an awesome show. SmackDown was a decent show. Yeah. Do you have any negatives about this week?
I guess my only negatives are,
besides Primo and Epico?
What did you say, aside Primo and Epico?
I said besides Primo and Epico?
They are the negative on every show. Like, even when they're not even on SmackDown. And if I see their picture, like, even when they're doing a recap, no, I'm angry already. I don't want to watch the show no more.
What would you do? What would you do if Primo and Epico were the sole survivors in a tag team match?
I'd give up. I'd be like logging off. I wouldn't even watch the rest of the pay-per-view.
I would be doing the wrestling talk by myself next week.
Yes, if Primo and Epico somehow win as the sole survivors, I can't do this anymore. I'll be dead. I'm out.
He's like, I'm going to go watch golf.
Yeah. I'll be watching Lucha Underground and TNA for the rest of my days. That's it. I won't even watch WWE.
Well, you know, you probably survived the TNA the rest of their days. I think they only got like a month left, huh?
Well, that depends who owns it in a month. I mean, shit.
They owe everybody money.
Yeah, they do. They do. They do.
All right, it's that time of the night again. Your should-be Hall of Fame pick this week.
Oh, God. I should be Hall of Fame pick. This is a tough one for me because I had a couple picked out when we initially talked about this. I'm still trying to figure out how, for the life of me, why the Honky Tonk Man is not in the Hall of Fame. Why? Like, probably one of the greatest Intercontinental champions of all time. I mean, I was going to come in here. I had another pick. I had Rob Van Dam. I was going to talk about Rob Van Dam. I said he should definitely be a WWE Hall of Fame. And probably only because he's still young and they probably still need him. But the Honky Tonk Man not in the Hall of Fame comes to me as like the third or fourth tragedy since, and that's like the Macho Man. But for me, Macho Man went in. But we're talking about like it's still the biggest tragedy that Like his own Hart's not even in the Hall of Fame, which he should be. Honky Tonk Man, like the greatest intercontinental champion WWE has ever had, longest reigning. Oh, aside from Ravishing Rick Rude, there you go. Biggest travesty is just Ravishing Rick Rude. And remember, that was my first one.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. Like, and yes, it was a gimmicky gimmick. I know, but it was the gimmicky gimmick. Like, nobody else could have done the Honky Tonk Man, like the Honky Tonk Man, like the guy that played the Honky Tonk Man. I mean, he was a good wrestler, and he was great. He was great at what he did. I think maybe only because he was like the first defector to WCW. Maybe Vince is still salty about that. But then you have Macho Man's in the Hall of Fame, and allegedly he slept with Stephanie McMahon. Who fucking knows? But yet the Honky Tonk Man is not in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, no, that needs to happen. That needs to happen soon. Like now. Like right now.
So my pick for this should be in the Hall of Fame segment. This man unfortunately got some bad news from his doctors recently. You probably know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Probably one of the greatest big men in wrestling history. The man put WCW on his back for years.
Yeah.
The man known as Big Van Vader.
Yeah.
This is the man who ripped off Mick Foley's ear.
Yep.
This is the man who made Sting who Sting is.
Yep.
This is the man who Harley Race picked out of dozens of candidates to manage for over a decade.
Yeah.
Not only did he dominate in WCW, he came to the WWE and dominated, had one of the greatest matches in SummerSlam history against Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
And I know his exit from the WWE wasn't the most graceful thing, because I'm sure you remember when he got hit in the head with that wrench by Kane. And then at the end of the match, he ripped his mask off and said he's just a fat piece of shit and walked out of the arena, was never to be seen again.
Yeah.
Until he came back a couple years ago and squashed Heath Slater when Heath Slater was going on his Legends tour.
Yeah.
But I think it's a damn shame. Yes, they had Van Vader induct Stan Hansen into the Hall of Fame last year. But I think it's high time, like I said about JBL last week, that Vader gets into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just about that time. I don't really see anything else. I'll have a real good one for you next week, which I think it might happen this year.
Well, we can always double up if you want to, because I got another one.
So here's one for you. Probably one of the greatest international superstars of all time. The Great Muta. Now, the Great Muta's never stepped into a WWE ring. However, he stepped into every other ring that WWE owns the tape libraries and the rights to. AWA, WCCW, the New South Wrestling, and of course WCW, where he made a huge name for himself with his wars between him and Sting. Yeah.
The Great Muta definitely deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he's probably going to be. I think he's going to go in this year, just because there's no other huge international superstars that are out there that you can put in. You like somebody that has transcended, the globalization of wrestling, like the Great Muta. Everybody knows who the fuck the Great Muta is. If you're a wrestling fan, you know who the fuck the Great Muta is. He was a good guy slinging paint in people's faces everywhere. And you could tell by what color the paint was how serious he hated the person that he was putting his paint in the person's face with.
Well, you got to think of it like this. The Great Muta has trained wrestling greats like Tajiri.
Yeah.
Asuka.
Yeah.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah.
Hideo Itami.
Yeah. And if it wasn't for him, you wouldn't see this influx of New Japan superstars, you know? Just saying.
I think what is stopping them from inducting the Great Muta is the fact that he's actually still an active wrestler over in New Japan. At 65 years old, he is still doing his damn thing.
Well, he's difficult to beat. Like, who can beat the Great Muta? Like, he still kicks people's asses to this day.
Yeah, I just actually watched on, I think it was on YouTube when I was bored one day. I watched the best of 7 series between him and Tajiri.
Wow.
That shit was excellent.
Oh, boy.
So, this pick for me is part for the celebrity wing of the WWE Hall of Fame. And I know I've trashed the celebrity wing over the years. Especially when they inducted Drew Carey.
Yeah.
But one celebrity who I think deserves to be in the celebrity wing, and you might agree with me on this one, is the man who stepped up to Jerry Lawler, Andy Kaufman.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Before Superstar Billy Graham was big, before Jesse the Body Ventura was big, a man by the name of Andy Kaufman went on the Tonight Show and challenged Jerry the King Lawler when the King was still a young man and a very vicious man to a match. And yes, it was all staged. And then you can see that in that movie Man of the Moon where Jim Carrey portrayed Andy Kaufman.
Yeah.
But I think he's an integral part in wrestling history.
Yeah.
Because he added the Hollywood side of it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Like, he was the person that bridged that gap between Hollywood and wrestling, as they used to say back then. And it wasn't very odd that you'd see those two. And that was the start, because eventually that's when you start seeing WWF, WWE, getting these actors and actresses in the early '80s and stuff like that.
Yep, that brought Liza Minnelli, Muhammad Ali, all of them to WrestleMania 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now I have a final thought for tonight. How good, how great, how awesome was it to see good old JR in the front row of the NXT show?
Oh yeah, I mean, shoot, I mean, it's a Vince-free zone NXT. That's what I always love. So any of Vince's decisions that executive decisions don't apply in NXT. It's all Triple H. You've always told me, I've always told you I praise Triple H and everything that has to do with NXT, because if it wasn't for him, NXT wouldn't be where it's at now. And bringing guys like
difference when a wrestler starts bleeding, the referee don't throw on a pair of gloves and act like a bitch.
Exactly. And to see JR out there, damn near front row of NXT, watching the future of this business, makes me a happy guy. And that means that not only does Triple H respect Jim Ross's opinion, Jim Ross knows this is the future. This is it. I mean, this is what's gonna be wrestling. And if you love wrestling, you got to watch it.
I agree. NXT is the best thing going right now.
Yeah. Best thing since sliced bread, homie.
And so that is our week. For this episode, we will be back next week with our Survivor Series recap.
Yes,
and
sir.
Our Survivor Series fallout from SmackDown and Raw.
Yes, sir. And make sure you check out tomorrow. We got to go over last week's football
and this week's predictions.
Week's football. We keep it. Watch the shows, man. You gotta, if you subscribe to this, you gotta watch these shows. We gonna tell it just like it is, better than anybody else can ever tell it. Subscribe, hit that button. We gonna tell it like it is. Me and that boy Big Sin, we got you. Don't even worry about it.
Ow! So I am Big Sin. That's the homie J-Blaq.
Yes, sir.
We will catch you all tomorrow morning, bright and early, for some NFL talk. And coming soon, NBA Weekly Talk.
Yes. We got to work the kinks out on that, but yes.
Yeah, I actually got to look at some stats to see who the hell is doing what. All I know is DeMar DeRozan's going off for like 36 points a game. Fucking.
Yeah, we see that. The Warriors not looking as good as they did last year, but that's to be expected when they turn
over. We both expected that not to work early in the season.
What happens when you turn over half your roster?
There's not enough balls to go around because Draymond Green keeps kicking them all. But on that note, we out this bitch. Deuces.